welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley, and today I'm going to be showing you how I use masking fluid in my watercolor paintings. Masking fluid is fairly new to me. I honestly didn't think I needed it, didn't think it was necessary. Just don't paint where you want to preserve your whites. Just don't put paint there. But there are some instances when it's super helpful. Is it necessary? No, not at all. But it is helpful, especially if you want to do a nice deep background with white flowers. So there's definitely many instances where masking fluid, or in this case, mine's called drawing gum, but masking fluid, where it comes in handy when you are painting with watercolors. So today I'm going to take you through the process, what I use, how I keep my brush from getting ruined from the masking fluid, and yeah, we're just going to paint some daisies. I have, this is the one that I originally painted, and obviously I can't show you how I painted this one because I painted this before I was filming videos, but we're going to recreate this with a different color background, and I'm just going to show you how I do this. So before we get into it, I'm going to go over the supplies. You will see them in the clips, but let's talk about them. First up, this is the masking fluid that I use. This is drawing gum from Paybeo. I'm not going to say the brand. Anyways, basically it is liquid latex. One thing I do want to note, it stinks. It smells so bad. Not my favorite smell in the world, but after it dries, it's totally fine. But yeah, I use, where'd the brush go? So you can use any brush that you would like, but I highly suggest not using an expensive brush. I bought a set, here we go. I actually bought a set of, these are made for masking fluid. They say disposable because masking fluid completely ruined your brushes, but I have a trick for you that will save your brushes. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so first up here is the masking fluid that I'm going to be using today. So the trick to keeping your brushes safe from the masking fluid, gunking them up and being impossible to clean off, you're going to dip your brush in water and then you're going to roll it around onto a bar of soap. Now I have this brush soap here, but trust me, if you don't do this trick, your brushes are going to be ruined and they're so hard to clean all this gunk off. All right, so once I have the soap on the brush, I just dip straight into the container, and this is where you paint whatever shape it is you're wanting here. I'm just painting some very simple white daisies. So here is that process of me just painting on the daisies. Then you're gonna let that dry. So once you have painted that on there, let it dry. Maybe a good 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less, depending on the brand. They also make this in a pen form. So if you want to do really, really precise details, you can get the pen version as well. So after that is dry, you're gonna paint your background. And this is the fun part because you don't have to worry about working around those flowers. And this part is so much fun because it's the easiest thing in the world. You just get your paper wet and you dab color all over it. Now, I used the Ocean Paper palette, the Kelp and Urchin palette for this particular painting, and I love the way the Potter's Pink in this palette granulates. It's so beautiful, and it made such a beautiful textured background. And the previous one that I did with the deep blues and purples and greens, I used a little bit of rubbing alcohol to make the design texture on the background of that one. Back to this painting. So you're going to finish up your background. You're going to get it just how you like it. I just scribbled color everywhere until I was happy with it. Then you're going to let it dry again. So this step is very important that you make sure that your paint is dry, because once you start trying to get this masking fluid off, if your paint is not dry, you're going to smear it all over the spots that you preserved. So your paint is completely dry. I took this Prismacolor Magic Rub Eraser, and this is the only thing I use this particular eraser for, is getting off masking fluid. You can get some corners of it and peel it off. The thicker that you put the masking fluid on, the easier it is to take off. It will take longer to dry, but it is a lot easier to peel off if it's a little bit thicker. This process did take a few minutes, but keep using that eraser and get all that masking fluid off. And then you're ready to paint those white spaces. All right, so now it is time to paint those flowers. I started with a nice yellow for the center of those daisies. Just very, very simple. Then I mixed up a beautiful shade of green for the stems and the leaves. So I went through and I got those all painted. And you're almost done. Since the flowers are white, you don't need a whole lot. I did mix up actually I got the green gray from the Ocean Paper palette, and I got just a little bit of that for some shadowing and detail lines on these daisies. And basically that is it. That is the process. It's a super simple painting to do, so much fun. And you can do different versions of it. You can do different colored backgrounds, play with different techniques in those backgrounds. Alright, so that is basically how I painted these daisies. If you have used masking fluid, leave all your tips and tricks in the comments below. I would love to hear any other tricks that you may have. Alright, but I think that wraps it up for this video. Please let me know what you want to see next. Let me know what you want me to paint next. I did get something in the mail today. This is a metal pencil. I found this randomly on, I think, Instagram, and I was immediately intrigued. So if you want to see me test this out in a video, let me know, because I'm so curious about this thing. And there's like no English on this. It's hilarious. I ordered this last night and it came this morning, so came super fast from Amazon. But yes, if you want to see me try this pencil out, let me know. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already and you want to see those future videos, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. But that's gonna be it for this video.